Good to go. So yeah, welcome everyone. This is welcome to Johan Chabrier, and this is Live Your Life to the Full and Live a Digital Freedom. I got that right, Johan, did I, mate?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I tried to put a little French accent on the Chabrier. I don't think it worked.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, so we've been talking with Johan, bat and ball, and with lots of voice notes, and we said, you know, why don't we just, this is a mindset webinar, by the way. So Johan suggested to us that Live Your Life to the Full. Look, there's a lot of people struggling at the moment, and I think Johan's one of them. So we said, well, why don't we bring Johan out? And he can explain his story in his style, his words, instead of us talking about Johan and doing a mindset piece. Because Johan sent us a lot of voice notes, and we sent a lot back. And we were kind of doing this for about 50 hours, I think, Johan, weren't we? And it's like, let's just do a bloody webinar. I just swore them, by the way, so apologise for that. So without further ado, it's a great suggestion, Johan, that you put together this mindset webinar. Great suggestion. I think it's much needed, to be honest. So Nita's got a few little things for a couple of minutes, and then we'll pass it right over to you, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so all I wanted to share was this quick picky. When it loads up. So can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So. Oh, didn't want that one. So which ones are you guys?
Howard's just message.
Yeah, I know. So we are hoping that we are all in the growth mindset over there on the left, because excuse me, your mindset is basically, it's a collection of thoughts and beliefs, and all those thoughts and beliefs literally shape our habits, and from that depends on how we do with our business, in life. Everything we shape our whole life around. So I think a lot of us can very easily be in the fixed mindset. We have that little voice that comes into the head, that little negative voice, damps everything we can do. It dampens our spirits. We start to think, can I do this? Am I any good? I don't want to be facing any challenges. I'll turn and run the other way, and I'll go back to what I'm used to, back into the comfort zone. Whereas the growth mindset, which I have to say, when on our journey, when we started SFM, we were probably a bit in both, more fixed probably. I mean, being entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs in the past, we probably went between the two. However, have now been through all the training with SFM, we're more over in the growth mindset. We do get the negative comes in now and again, easily done. And you can easily get pulled back down if you're around the wrong people as well, particularly when people are doubting your abilities or doubting what you're doing, or they don't understand what you're doing, and they'll slate the SFM off as being a scam. And it's quite easy to drop back into that negativity with them. So trying to keep yourself over in the growth mindset and the positive mindset, the motivation to keep driving you forward can be tough at times. And you do need people to be around you, because if you're on your own, and we always say being an entrepreneur can be quite a lonely business. Let me just bring Howard in. It can be a lonely business when you're on your own. You sat there in your room trying to do something, and you just think, oh, what's the point? Why am I doing it? And that noise, that little voice gets the better of you. If you can just throw yourself into something, get yourself on a webinar, get involved with something, message somebody else in SFM, just to bring them or bring you back out and get your energy back up. It's all about just getting that energy vibe going again. And once you get going, we've just been saying this to Johan, we've had sort of Christmas off, and even Steve and I, we've sort of lapsed backwards a little bit, because you're not involved with everyone, and you've got into a bit of relaxing and not being up for it. And then suddenly, before you know it, I've missed a training yesterday that we do training for some of the members. And I was like, oh my God, I've completely gone out of my head that this training should have been on last night. And I was like, oh, my fault, my bad for not doing that. And it's because I've just been so like, oh yeah, we all get into it. So now we got fired up, we got going again. And today we've sort of, I think, because we knew this webinar was coming up tonight, we knew we were going to be back with everybody. We're fired up again, and I got loads of work done again today. So that's all I want to say, because I don't want to take over. And I'm going to hand you all over to our young star. Go on.
Yay!
Hi, everybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows me here because it's like the small family here, so we've all heard of each other. If you haven't, though, my name is Johan Chabrier, and I joined SFM 9 months ago now, if I remember correctly. It was last March, right, Anita? I think so, right? Last March.
Yeah.
Prior COVID, actually, it was the time of transition. For me, it was a time of transition between studies and work, and so the whole idea for me was to create my own laptop lifestyle and develop a business of my own where I could really enjoy a life of freedom, the way I really was imagining as a child. And so at my beginnings with SFM, you know, you have this, as we mentioned a lot, and maybe Justin or Stuart also mentioned it a lot, this really moment of full drive. You know, you're like fully ascending. You are discovering this growth mindset, which I had no idea about, and that's good. Actually, you brought this up, Anita. You're experiencing growth. You're learning new skills. You're meeting people. You're meeting like-minded people, which I never did before. And so little by little, you start to really rise up, and you're at a different state. You're creating your website. You're following the modules, following the steps as a starting in SFM. And then you start to grow, you start to grow your own business, you start to see results eventually, you challenge yourself within the community. And so you're on this very, you're at the top of the chart, and you're waiting for a moment where supposedly, as they say, as Justin say as well, you go down in momentum. So you lose that drive somehow. Something happens, and that's really why I wanted to share this today, and we wanted to talk about mindset, because that's what I've been experimenting like for the past months now. I was really feeling like growing and growing and evolving, seeing results within my business, Live with Digital Freedom, marketing on YouTube now, a few videos out there, some results, 2 members. So starting to see results. And COVID also gave me that opportunity to not work and still being paid for summer. So I was at home experimenting the laptop lifestyle and really understanding that this was what I wanted. And so really understanding, oh, I am at the right place. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going the right way. And I'm working on my business. I'm at home with my family. So everything is going super well. But at some point I had to find a new job because, you know, we all, the idea is to invest in my own business. And so I had to find a new job. I had to get out of this comfortable zone of growth at home with my parents on my computer. And I decided to go to Switzerland to start the winter season and go back to the hotel industry. And I thought, you know, it's doable. I did it before. I was studying music. I was doing SFM, going to the weekly calls with Anita and Steve, following the modules, building my website and everything. And I thought, what is just, you know, 9-10 hours a day working in the hotel, and in the evening I go back home, I work on it. It's going pretty well. I had, you know, lots of new leads per day and everything. So I thought it's going to work. And I didn't realize how big of a deal it is when you change environment, when you change culture, people around you, social circle, routines. Everybody just falls apart so quickly. I thought I had the right foundations, and I'm a big newbie when it comes to growth, when it comes to business, and that's something I really understood. Like the foundations you build is really important, and I think we cannot stress this enough. And Stuart, Justin, actually, they do it all, Jay, all the time. The foundations you build are very, very important, because something happens and it's just as stupid as moving countries, culture, and job, and everything starts to fall apart. Like I came to Switzerland and I had a new sale, so I was thinking, oh, this is amazing. This is actually working, but I wasn't actually starting working yet. And when I started to work, new job, new skills, lots of learnings around it. I work as a concierge in a 5-star hotel, so lots of yeah, I don't know the word in English, but it's difficult. They want you to get the right results. You know, it's a 5-star service. You have to be the best. You have to be always helping each other, of course, helping the guests. And through the COVID situation, it's also a little bit different, a little bit weird. You change social circle. I was reunited with my family for the whole summer, having good time with them. You know, good feeling to be back with them. It was like for years we were all together in the same house. So yeah, I arrive in Switzerland. Things seems to be good. I feel in a growth mindset. I kept the routines of in the morning. I did the Fortopia challenge, the blueprint with Stuart. So I had great routines in the morning, great stuff. And yet all of a sudden I have to wake up at 5 a.m., go to work at 6, and stay at work till 9 p.m. sometimes. And so the first week in, I wasn't realizing. I was like, oh, you know what? Next week is going to be better. So I'm not going to do my routines anymore because I don't have time, and I really want to get that learning right, get my money right, to invest in my business with the hotel industry. And so 1 week on, 1 week in, sorry, and I started to really see the problems, the results, like everything stopping. My fresh members, well, that's not my fault, I would say, but my fresh new members decided to quit within the SFM. So he decided to get the refund back. It decided it was not for him. So that was one thing. I was like, oh, okay, this happens. The people around me, I didn't know anyone. Literally no one around me. The colleagues, not really people I wanted to be around with anymore, because when you know the kind of people you want to be around, like you guys, the growth mindset people, then when you see all the fixed mindset people, you don't really want to necessarily go out and talk with them. So I was feeling alone. I was feeling like nothing was going right. Lots of work, family far away again. So I entered this period of fixed mindset, unfortunately, where you start to doubt again. You pose growth in a way. I posed my business, I posed my marketing, and I really entered this 3 or 4 weeks of purely work with the hotel. And I was feeling bad about it. I had a couple of calls with SFM people to talk about it, and I came out to the conclusion that this was all right. And I know this is hard to understand, maybe perhaps for you too. You probably are living a similar situation. Maybe it's not as brutal, but you probably have a family, you probably have people you have to take care of. You're probably working a daytime job as well. And so fitting your business and keeping the mindset, the growth, and the work that you not necessarily like on the side really is a challenge I wasn't aware of before. When I joined SFM, I had time, I had my studies with music, I was doing what I liked, and suddenly, boom, I'm here in this uncertainty times, working the hotel 70 hours a week. I counted last week, with no time, no energy really, and no will, no drive to work on the business when you go back home. And I don't know if this is something you can relate with, but this is really something I was like, like hit in the back with, like, wow, this is reality, Johan. And what do you do when something like this happens? Either you follow, I guess, the inner voice, the small voice we talked about with Anita and Steve right before, with the slides, and you give up on everything. You say, okay, this is not for me. It's too hard. I haven't seen that many results. I've been working really hard on it for 9 months. I should try something different, or I should stick to the only way that I earn money right now, which is the traditional way of working. And or you decide to really impact your life, and you decide to get out there and change it and use this as a power to get back up, and, as they say, accelerate in a way. You decide to slow down now, and you feel good about it, you understand it, to be able then to kick off. And that's really what I try to do right now. And I started on this week, actually. It's Tuesday. I started Sunday evening to get back to the fundamentals. All the fundamental questions of, what am I doing here? What do I want? What's my vision? Where's my vision board? Oh, I forgot it at home. So I did a new one. What do I want? What does this brought me for the past few months? What did I learn? What did I like in the growth mindset? And so little by little, you get back to it in your head, even if you don't take as much action because you're tired and you go back home after lots of hours of working with really annoying guests, 5-star hotel guests. You really at the end of the day, you really want to think about it. And you want to think about the fact that this is not a situation you want to be in for the long term. So how are you going to get out of it? Simply by putting the effort, the action, and finding back the growth mindset to use it as a power and then kick off. And things will follow in the business, I'm sure, in the social part. And I already see a difference. Like the reason like I'm talking to you guys right now, we're all interacting together. I missed that. I wasn't doing it for the past months. I haven't been attending any calls and I feel good now. I feel good to be with you, to be sharing and talking about this. And so I went back to the fundamentals, as I said. Vision board, I wrote on the wall. I'm renting the place, it's fine. What do I want? Prioritizing again, getting clear, brainstorming on a blank piece of paper, every thoughts I had, every idea, and cleaning it, like, okay, priority first, I master the skills at the hotel, then I do it, I just work, I do my stuff, I get my money. When I get back home, I do 3 things. I take 3 small actions per day. That's what I learned that from Dan actually, and he uses an app which is a win streak app, where he actually you can put in the day before 3 actions, 3 wins you want to do in the next day, and then in the morning you have a notification from your phone. Oh, here are your wins for the day. And so I decided to go for this starting last week. 3 wins a day. You're probably already following this rule perhaps, but I really wanted to bring it back if not, because that's really powerful. When you feel like, a fixed mindset or you're stuck, having 3 small actions. It could be as simple as, for me, it was just sending an email broadcast to my broadcast list on Aweber, posting on Instagram, and watching a video about growth mindset, watching a video about Stuart, or recording of these webinars with Anita and Steve and you guys, to get back to it little by little, to put my mindset to it and really understand why I'm here. Because come on, Johan, I'm not here to just, stop now and slow down and just, no, I'm here because I know what I want and the reason, why I want it and why I'm here. So, so 3 wins a day. I would really recommend you guys to do this because this will get you out of every kind of fixed mindset situation. Because even if you feel like you're not moving forward in the moment of now, I feel like I haven't done a new video. My goal was to make a new video per month. I haven't done the December one, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing my 3 wins a day. And even if I have to slow down now in my business, slow down in everything, and even if I have to take maybe 1 week to get my mindset back and get back stronger, well, then I do it. That's why I decided to pause the marketing. I decided to pause the business for a while, and now I am back. 3 actions a day, loading, building up, and then maybe 4 wins a day. And on my days off, 12 wins a day, and then kick back up and back up. And once you understand really how to get that drive back, that's very personal. Then I think it just flows, and you get that that power back, that energy back. And one of the big mistake I've made was not talking about it sooner. That's also something I wanted to really stress on with you guys. Please share, talk, go in the tribe and post it when you feel like you're feeling down. Like we all have days where we feel like, what am I doing? Like, wait, why am I investing that much money into these people I don't even know? Or, why do I trust this? Or do I really want to be online? All these questions we have, this small voice talking, making us doubt and preventing us from taking action and moving forward. Share that with us. Like, so that's why I'm really grateful. I talked with you guys, Anita and Steve, and we exchanged over a few days, on these 1 minute maximum messenger messages. It was really annoying. Got cut in the middle. Because at the end, just after talking, I already find a little bit of momentum back, a little bit of drive back, because you realize when speaking with people that they are going through the same things. that's what motivated us to do this right now, to share about this. And I'd like to hear about your mindset struggles, guys, and what prevents you from taking action. And if you're also feeling kind of blue, I know it's January and it's not my favorite time of the year. And we lack energy, we lack sun, especially if you're in the UK. I'm in Switzerland as well, it's not sunny at all. So we need to help each other, and we need to get that mindset back to, be ready for this 2021 year, which is going to be great for all of us if we keep taking action. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Big round of applause. You're all blooming muted.
I wasn't saying anything anyway. I was just making the actions.
Hey, Howard. Good to see you.
Brilliant, Johan. Absolutely fantastic, mate. Absolutely brilliant. On point. This is going to help a lot of people as well on the recording that sadly are in your position as well. We've had a few members who are working 70, 80 hours a week like yourself, and this is why this came about. So big up to you, mates. That was absolutely brilliant. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, beautiful. So if you want to pick on anyone, or anyone's got a question, you just put a name out there and pick on them, mate.
Well, I know, like, I remember like some of you guys talking about mindset on these webinars as well, questioning about it, and we all have like doubts or question about it. And I would love to hear if you, because that's the thing, like this is the first time I experimented this kind of loss of momentum, which I didn't before. I was always like, what is this? Just keep building up and then boom. So did you guys experiment this already, or did you have to take a break? I know some of you had to at some point as well, and get back to marketing stronger and shine. So yeah, if you guys want to share about this.
I take constant breaks, Johan. Absolute constant breaks. I think it's essential to stop and just relocate where you are. It's like a video game. You've got so many levels on each level there are obstacles. And you just go through them. You've got to get to the end of the game. That's your goal. Your goal is getting to that end of the game. And each obstacle is there to be played. So you break it down, and you move up another level.
I love that.
Today, for instance, I completely cleared my Google account of any ads. Because I wasn't happy with how it was going. I'd messed about with some of the videos. As Anita and Steve was like, once you've got a video up there, don't touch it. Yeah, increase the value, but don't touch it in any other way. And of course, what do I keep doing? I take things to pieces and fix them, so, but I realized today I can't fix Google. Google is a law unto itself. So I wiped everything off. I have now got 3 brand new campaigns, 3 videos up and running. They've been running less than an hour, and I've already got, I think, a couple of leads from it.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
at the end of the day, it's just an obstacle act to break down and start again. So I'm now moving up to another level. I can focus on making a brand new video next month. And I am like you. And it's a case, it takes a month to make a video, something that makes sense, something that's going to apply to people. But yeah, I've always got that. I know exactly where I'm going to end up. It might take me 10 years, it might take me 15 years, it might take me but I know I'm going to get there, so I don't ever quit.
Yep.
I take breaks, and I take quite a few breaks. Like tomorrow I might just not do anything. I'll clean the house up and everything. I'm not working. I've quit the building business now. I'm only going to do favors for friends. So I haven't got that, which I had most of the end of the summer trying to catch up with all the work I couldn't do before. That was another obstacle, but it was just an obstacle. And that's the important thing. They're not brick walls. They're little fences that can be broken down with a small hammer. You don't even need a sledgehammer. You just got to work out how. And if you don't know how, you've got to go and find out. It's something else to keep you learning. Anyway, that's my take on it. Sorry.
It was amazing. I love it. Thank you for sharing. That's really, really good. And it really reminds me of, breaking through the different steps. And you said it really right. We all come, and I feel like at a different step now, I have to break through. to a different level. And I think it's going to be like that for every one of us with our businesses. We're going to have moments of down, no results. You have to keep going, and boom, breakthrough again. So yeah, totally on point. It was really, really nice here.
Yeah, as long as you don't let yourself go downwards, you're allowed to move sideways. Always move
Exactly.
sideways. The only time you need to go back, like I did today with the Google, is when I just knew it wasn't working altogether. But that was down to me. That was my own fault, no one else's.
No, but that's good to hear. Like taking a fresh start with Google as well is good, because you clear everything that's not working, and you start over with the good mindset as well. So
it took a few hours.
I'm sure.
The thing is, life's challenges are what give us the personal growth. So without those challenges, if life was an absolute breeze, we would never be pushed beyond our limits, and we'd never be pushed to go that little bit further and to do that extra little touch that we never thought we could do. And it's when you're faced with those toughest challenges and you get through the other side, you learn from it and you can move on. And there are so many SFM members, and one's coming right to my mind straight away is Carleen. Now, Carleen came into one of our webinars a few weeks ago. Carleen has had so many challenges. She's been with SFM for 3 years. She's had everything like stopping. Any normal person would have probably gone, I've had enough. That's it. Turn around. That's it. I don't want to do online business anymore. She kept going and going. It took her 3 years. She's now just started her coaching business. But she said, I don't care. I don't care, because every one of those challenges I've gone through has grown her as a person. And now, would you physically want to sit in a room and have a coach sit there and coach you on life coaching if they hadn't been through life? You want someone who's been through the experiences, they've faced it, they've come out the other side, they know what they're talking about. She's done it. So she's going to make an excellent coach. And that's why every life's challenge, just, you've got it, but it comes down to mindset. The mindset is, okay, that challenge is here. And now, I mean, I remember Dan Holloway saying to me, laugh at it, Nita, just laugh in its face, accept it, it's here. You're going to smash that. You're going to, like Des has just said, smash that fence down, get through it, come out the other side, and you're a stronger person for it, and you've learned from it, and now move on. When you're faced with the next challenge, the mindset's totally different then. It is a challenge. It's not something that's going to defeat you. It is all your perspective and how you look at things in life. And that's what makes us or breaks us.
True.
Anyone else want to share?
Yeah, well, go on, Karen.
Oh, after you. It's fine. I'll go after you.
Yeah, I don't know whether everybody knows, but I've actually had my in-laws living here since last February. The idea was they're only meant to be here for 2 months, and they've been being here ever since. So that, plus the fact that my daughter obviously isn't in school now, has basically scuppered any chances of me being able to sit down and have a reasonable length of time in front of the computer during the day. So my whole process is get through the day, and then maybe I can sit down in the evening and start doing something. So I could potentially be sat in front of the computer until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later, because that's the only time that I can actually be having a block of time to try and get anything done. The only problem is, of course, I'm knackered by that point. So it's also the best time for me to make a mistake or to miss something. So that's the challenge I've had. I've not really paid much attention to the business over the Christmas period, but I have left the ads running. And as they've been running, I've been seeing my money disappear. So I've been reducing the amount of budget as well. And I've now, when I was originally starting off with 1 or 2 on around about £40 a day, they are now coming down to just £5 a day. And it's sporadic now. So I'm at a point where I don't quite know what I'm meant to be doing, because I can't keep spending loads of money, but in order for me to get the leads, I need to spend the money.
Yeah.
And of course, the whole process is, well, you're not meant to spend a lot of money until you get your first sale. So I'm kind of stuck now. This is I'm like a stalemate. Is I can't be spending more money, but I need the leads to be able to get my first sale. So I've had one person sign up for the free account. I've tried to get in touch with them. They, for whatever reason, didn't want to speak to me. I don't know why they wouldn't want to speak to me, but there we go. So I couldn't even tell you if they're still signed up. I can only assume that was their time is up now, but no, I haven't heard anything. So I don't know what to do now. I'm kind of at a loss. I'm probably going to record another advert and throw it out there, considering I've now got an account that seems to be doing something. Because originally I couldn't get anything to work because there was no AI data, but now it all seems to be working. I'm tempted to make another video and throw it out there. But I've got all of my campaigns running. Some are running on £1 a day, and I still get leads coming through, even though it's £1 a day. But the two main ones that have been giving me the most leads, I've got down as £5 a day now. So, yeah, I don't know whether anybody's got any advice, whether I should just do another video and put the other ones at £1 and put the newest video in at £5 a day. But I'm just reluctant to throw money at something when everybody says you need to get the sales working. So something's working, but it's not working well enough for me to get them to.
It's timing. It's timing, Howard.
It's timing.
Yeah.
Keep shooting ads, Howard, because you're saying about the money, but when Dan, he didn't even know he had a winning ad with that salad bar ad to start with, but when he did, he spent £28,000 in 4 months without getting any money back. So when you think about the thing of worrying about money,
he just said, I'm going for it, I'm going big, I believe this whole process, I will put my money where my mouth is, where my beliefs are. Now I know we're not all built the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have been putting my money where my mouth is, but there's obviously a limit to what I can do.
We've all got our limits.
It's once you've got that killer ad, isn't it? And once you've got that, we spoke to a guy called James Hancock who got to lead the 4 last year. He went very quickly, and he shot. It took him to shoot within a couple of months 60 ads.
And then he got his ad.
And then he got his ad after.
Got going.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got Dan on one ad who just, another one, David Holbrook, one ad. That's all it. David still advertising. He's come back from a year out, still got his original ad out there.
You know what? I think that's good also if you have to make 60 videos before you get it, because you learn from it. And once your winning video doesn't work, which will eventually happen, even if it's in 10 years, you'll know how to make the second one and the third one. And what I would recommend is because I always try to test 1 or 2 campaigns, but never more, because otherwise I get carried away. I have many ideas and I get crazy. And if it doesn't work, I change. So I would keep so this way I don't spend too much money. So I keep 1 or 2 campaign at £10 to test the videos, and then I shoot another video and I switch with the one that's not working, etc., until I get the one that really works. So but I would say I'll keep shooting.
Yeah, I'd say I'm doing that, because the other ones that aren't working as well, I've been putting them back down to £1, and they still give me 1 or 2 leads. So I don't think it's money wasted if I can keep those other ones running. They're obviously doing something. But the ones that are working, I put more money on. And like you say, as soon as I come up with my next ad, I'm quite likely going to decide which of those 2 that are at £5 that aren't performing as well and put that down to £1. So, I mean, if I come up with 30 ads, I'm still going to be spending a load of money, but it's whittling them down to try and work out, because I may go back to one of the other ones and change something slightly, and it may just, for whatever reason, take it on another boost of subscribers. It's one of those things, isn't it? You just don't know unless you try these things. So.
No, and someone might come straight in and go up to accelerate with you, and you've got a huge sale there, and then you think, And it's sort of like when it happens, that your belief goes even higher. You know, when you suddenly think, why am I stressing so much because I've just got the sale? I can prove I have done it now.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yes.
You say it's sporadic when your leads come in.
Yeah, there's especially now that I've reduced my spending, it's down to 1, 2, sometimes 0 a day, but I'm getting 1, maybe 2 a day. Right. I haven't had any for the last 2 days, so again, that's why I'm saying that I'm going to do a fresh ad and see if I can tweak the ones that are already running. When I was sorry to interrupt, when I was doing £10 or £20 a day on each of those ads, I was getting between 5 and 10 a day. But I have also noticed that Aweber is telling me that I've got something like 135, 140 subscribers, but Google Ads is telling me I've got 210. So there's obviously some doubling up going somewhere that I've got to try and.
Yeah, your tracking's out somewhere.
Yeah. Funny that tracking. Yeah, I love that word.
Yeah. All I was going to say, Howard, is if you can pinpoint when you're getting most of your leads, keep your prices up on the ads, but pause them when you know it's a very quiet time, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you don't get anything, pause it for those 4 days. And then for
that's the weird thing, because I was getting around about 5 to 10 at the peak. I was getting 5 to 10 a day. So there didn't seem to be a specific time. And obviously all my ads are going live at midnight. And I did find it bizarre that even though the money looked like it was being spent straight away, I was still getting people signing up like 6 o'clock that evening. So it's almost like a whole day before someone's actually showing up as a subscriber. So I don't know whether that's just the way that...
that's just the same for everyone. No one knows how Google works.
No. Fair enough. So
I would say like it's also about the quality of the leads, because I know like for my first video I had quite a few leads coming in, but no one was opening the emails, and my last videos now it's less leads, so I have higher cost per leads, but they almost all open at least the video series, so you know they're actually more interested. Because I think that's something Chris said, is like if you have like if you manage to have like a cost per lead that's really, really low, when you have like 10 or 20 leads a day, but only one opens your emails, then you still have 1 lead a day that's actually you paid for, and that will probably give you results. So
yeah, I know Dan is happy to pay up to £15 in certain countries because he knows they convert, whereas most people would go, I'm not going to pay £15 to get somebody in as a lead. I want it under £3, because we've had this drilled into us with Mike Jakes in particular, because he spends a lot of money, he gets a lot of people in, they don't, very minimal numbers does he get through converting. So, you know, it works both ways. You either pay a bit more, you get less quality, you get a better quality, or you get a load through and get the odd one coming through. So swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
But SFM, it's a lot of, honestly, it's 80% mindset.
Yeah.
So like you will sit here, you'll go, I remember so many calls with our mastermind experience, like liaison guy, sitting on a call with him going, oh my God, it's just not working. What's happening? What are we doing wrong? And he's like, you're not doing anything wrong. Just keep putting in the work, keep focused, keep giving the value, like Johan said, keep going for it, keep taking consistent action, and then all of a sudden it happens. And the thing is, you never know when it's going to happen.
He's actually coming out on our webinar next week, Mark Ford.
Yeah, he's going to come out next week as a special guest to talk about blogging.
Yay.
Yes. Karen, it's your turn now.
Yeah, sorry, Karen. I'll shut up.
Anyway, right, go on, Karen. What did you have to say to Johan?
So my mindset issues at the moment are really to do with income. So I'm currently 100% furloughed again, which is great in terms of SFM. I've got the time to put into study and things, but I don't have the finances to put into advertising, paid advertising. So that's why I went down the blogging route. So now I've got the dilemma that, do I retrain? One idea I had was to do lots of courses, but the kind of courses where you get certificates and you can put on your CV, that are the same things as what we're learning in the SFM. So I can use them to, you know, for example, do social media management courses and things like that, that I can use in my blogging strategy. But I can also build up my CV and try to find another job that is going to give me more time and more, well, not necessarily more time, but at least more energy, because currently but I work in a kitchen, and when I'm working full time, I'm just so exhausted. I find it a real struggle to then spend several hours on the computer when I get home. On my off days, I can spend 15 hours, no problem, on the computer working away. But as you probably find, Joanne, like after a shift and you're on your feet all the time, it's physical work, you're dealing with a lot of different scenarios, it's exhausting, and you don't have that creativity when you come home. So yeah, I don't like the things that we do in SFM, the studying, because we all need to like study how to do the marketing better, especially not coming from any kind of marketing background at all. One question I was going to ask is, do we get certificates on any of, you know, we sit on all these webinars training away, but there's actually like no real concrete certificates and things that you could show to someone else and go, hey, look, I'm actually really good at this. I've done all these courses. I know what I'm talking about. And then try to transfer it. It's like, I feel like I need a stepping stone. Because I've chosen the blogging route, I can expect it to take between 1 and 3 years before I reach the success that I'm looking for. Unless I start putting money into paid advertising to perhaps speed it along a bit. And I'm fine with that, although it does make me kind of impatient because I need the success right now to get out of the kitchen scenario. And I'm just so desperate to just go off hiking and have money in the bank and just have my own business. But I feel like I need to kind of go down before I can go up. And sometimes I just hit a wall with that and think, I don't know how to get through this. I don't know where to put my energy first so that I can be successful, you know?
Yeah, I totally understand. This is exactly how I felt, how I feel. It's this frustration and this impatience of, you want it, you know what you want, so why not now? You know, what do I have to wait for? And you know,
yeah,
like you said with the blog route, or if you do YouTube challenge, why do I have to wait? And I think you said it right. Like after the day of work, I guess you don't have to like necessarily, because it's hard. We're not creative, as you said. We're tired, so we don't have to necessarily work on SFM. If you work 15 hours on the days off, I think that's already, wow, that's really good. So I think that's the idea, like keeping...
I'm not sure they're all fully productive as what I'd like them to be, but yeah, sit there fumbling around trying to do something at least.
I think it's like keeping, as Anita said, keeping like consistent actions throughout the week, and then throughout your blogging. And if you put the effort, like, then yeah, it might be in a year time, or even for us, even when we do paid marketing, it might be in a year, 2 years, 3 years, we never know. But it's going to break through and it's going to pay off, because whatever we add on, the skills, the learnings, as you said, yeah, it's gonna add on to your personal skill sets. And even if it's not on your CV, you're going to be able to do it, and then it's going to break through with your own business. I know we actually at the higher level, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Anita, but we do have the certificates, right, for the trainings. It's called Accelerate With You now, right?
Yeah.
The level I am at, we have certificates to actually prove all the marketing skills and everything.
I don't know whether they're actually recognized though. It's just a pure SFM.
They need to be recognised courses, don't they, to put them on a CV?
Yeah, they are recognised, aren't they? I think they're all certified.
They are.
Yeah.
Are they in association with LinkedIn then, or something? Because I mean, even those aren't really certificates that you can necessarily use.
Yeah,
on your
I had
CV.
a careers interview the other day, and she said the LinkedIn courses do count. You can list them on a CV, and people recognise them. That's okay.
Are these ones that we're doing for SFM linked to LinkedIn, or is this something that SFM are
That's
doing?
a separate thing, so I'm not sure
Separate.
about that.
Your
Also,
Accelerate,
Anita, they are actually recognising, are they, Anita?
your Accelerate with You ones are, yeah. Yeah, they're proper certified.
Is that the elite level ones, or that's not elite, that's higher?
I don't think there is an elite, Karen. I think it's Accelerate with You, which is the old gold level. So
yeah,
there's a number of certified things in there. Patty Peary is actually going through them all herself, getting qualified in them all. They are hard work, but you do get your full-on certificates at the end.
If you want, Karen, we can do a Zoom call with your future employers if you want. If you want to use us as a reference.
Okay. Absolutely.
No, hang on. She wants to get the job.
Yes, I wanted to say that.
But yeah, one idea I had was to try, even if I get in on the bottom rung, get in with a marketing company.
Yeah. Think out the box, Karen. That's what I'd say, and say I'm going to promote it to the people that I know.
The trouble is, I've got like chef. Oh, and now you want to be a marketer? What happened?
I feel you. My CV doesn't make any sense
Imagine
either.
them reading your CV, going, "What the hell is she doing?"
Yeah, but I think if you're able to show that you have a blog and you're doing this, even if it's not on your CV, they will know that this is real. And if you can
and get some of these certified courses as well that you can get. There's loads for free, especially now with COVID.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. True. Yeah.
I'm not sure next week with Mark Ford, when he comes out talking about blogging, he might do something with you.
Karen, have you friend requested Mark Ford on Facebook?
I have not.
Because it's the guy, he's in our Facebook group. I shared his post into our group the other day. Go and find him and become friends with him, because he's just put another post out today.
I think he's called nicemoneypublications.com.
That's his website.
Yeah, you get all.
Did you mention him to me? Was it last week or something? Yeah, I didn't get around to it.
He's done another blog that he's posted today, and I read it before, and it was 5 ways to make money from your blogs, and it's an excellent read.
Okay, I'm gonna go check him out for sure.
Yeah.
Mark built himself up to earn about 20k a month from blogging alone, so it might be a good one to talk to. On your money side of things, Karen, have you ever thought of getting angel investors if you want to do YouTube? You want to go quicker?
Sorry, what's that?
Angel investors. You can tap your mum and dad up if you can get your free inheritance early, possibly.
I don't think I'll have much luck there.
There's a tax benefit for your parents, though, if they give you so much money a year.
Let me just say, don't say that, Terry. Enjoy.
Bye, Terry.
Have a good webinar.
Have a good webinar, Tez.
Thank you for being here.
Bye.
I'll see how it goes. I'm just enjoying listening. It's I wish I'd signed it or changed it to another night. That's just one of those things, isn't it? But
it's all right. You'll get the recording. You watch it.
Yeah. I'll be back. Don't worry. I've got a feeling there might be one turn up at 9 o'clock probably, and it starts at 7. You know how it is. Okay. Enjoy. Have a nice time.
Bye.
Cheers, good to see you.
Terry.
Bye. Bye.
Good luck.
So Neil, you just checked out about certificates.
Yeah, they're available at Accelerate level as well.
Elite. Oh, they are?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
How did you find that out, Wed?
Well, after each week of the challenge, we get these recommended trainings to do. So as part of Accelerate, because the 8-week challenge is kind of done by Accelerate members and Accelerate with you members. So
got it.
There's a whole list of certifications there. Training.
I don't think I have access to that on the Elite.
You don't have access at the moment. Obviously, you're not part of Accelerate.
No.
I'm part of Elite as well, so I didn't have access to any of this stuff before either. I know it doesn't help you this one in time, but it's just to let folks know.
I wonder whether we get access to all that in April.
In April, that's what I'm hoping, because if you're going sideways across, you should do.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, we've paid the money, right? So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anybody else? Eamon, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, I was just going to say to Johan, I was where you are 30 years ago. I've been working in hospitality since I was 12, and I've worked in France and Germany. I've done the 60, 70, 80 hours a day
Nice.
for many, many, many years, and sort of worked my way up in hospitality through supervisory and junior management and management, hotel management, all that sort of stuff. So the only thing I would say is that if I had this opportunity now with SFM that you're having now, if I had it 30 years ago, then it would have saved a lot of waiting on tables and a lot of sore feet. But it's really encouraging to hear that not only are you holding down that job in hospitality, doing the hours, but also that you're really engaged with SFM. I mean, I lost my job back in March. They didn't furlough me, unfortunately, and so you know, I've just bought a house and I've got kids to support and all the other stuff. So I really need to make a success of this as well. And although, you know, it's really interesting talking to different people, that's why I think the webinars are great, because you hear so many different stories from everyone. But the one thing is, you know, this thing about positive attitude and having the right frame of mind is absolutely vital. So all I would say is, if you want to get away from the 60, 70 hours a week, as beautiful as Switzerland is, then stick with it, because certainly I'm only a couple of months down my journey, but it's really exciting. It's great to have the opportunity and to be able to chat with like-minded people about what their experiences are, and they're all different, but it's great to hear that you know, it can be a positive story, and that's certainly what I'm looking forward to as well. Even listening to people like Howard and Des about their adverts and Google stuff. I know, Howard, I looked at one of your videos a couple of weeks ago. I was just really impressed. It was like a Steven Spielberg film. And I'm thinking, goodness me, how do you get all that and pull all that together? But of course, that's the journey we're on. So I get almost frustrated that you do, you know, one module and you think you finished, then you've got another module, and then you open that up and there's like 13 workshops, and you think, well, that's another 3 days worth of sitting there. But I'm sure it's all very positive, because you are really learning new life skills. And like Karen was saying, you know, chefs are really big. I've worked with chefs all my life, but to be able now to reskill and do stuff that hopefully will stand me in good stead, and you know, finally give me a lifestyle that I want, hopefully in the next few years, without having to go back and wait on tables, is really, really exciting. So I'd say stick with it and keep going.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was very good, good share. I completely relate with that, and that's very inspiring. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Eamon, for sharing.
Yeah, nice one, buddy.
Yeah, keep throwing the compliments over, Eamon. I like that. Thank you.
Shush your noise, Stephen.
So has anybody else got anything about mindset?
I've got a couple of questions. So it's not necessarily about mindset, but Anita, I just want to pick up on this certification with these courses. So if they are certified, is there a governing body behind these courses? Because you can't just say, yeah, here's a course, you're now certified, and who's behind it? There's got to be some sort of body behind it, surely.
Oh, I don't know, David, because I haven't actually done any of them. You'd have to ask. Patty Peary is the one, or who else would know?
You've done one, Neil.
Probably the help.
Neil done
Probably
one.
support would know. Neil, did you do one?
You've done one recently.
Yeah, no, I did the conversion funnel mastery course and got a certificate at the end of it. It's Digital Marketer, who SFM are kind of partnered with now, aren't they?
What does it say on your certificate?
Yes. Yeah, digital marketer. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good question. What does it say? It was an email I got.
I suppose the other question is it recognised in the US, or is it recognised in the UK, or is it a global thing?
I think it's global, isn't it?
Global, SFM.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying when it's certified, there's going to be certain education bodies that are going to be legitimising it.
If you were to take this, sorry, Howard, to interrupt. If you were to take this course or this to say UCAS, which is a clearinghouse in Cheltenham, how's it going to look? You know, oh yes, is it a proficient certificate? Does it pass everything? Or they're going to say no, it's just an external course from a company that runs their own schemes. And you know, I just need to pinpoint exactly what it is really. That's why I'm asking the question.
I would check, Dave. I would get on support and ask them.
Your consultant should know all that, Dave.
True.
Yeah.
Inside and out, to be honest.
Because especially for some of the other guys, if you put in this type of information on the CV, that CV could be going out to many people. If you've got courses on there that are not certified properly, it's going to look, you're going to look fairly silly, to be honest.
Yeah. I would actually, to be perfectly honest, because I haven't done anything, I can't give you an answer, but the gut feeling would be SFM have been around for 10 years. They've got a strong legal team behind them.
Yeah.
They should know that they are dealing with the legit, recognised.
Don't think I'm being negative. I'm not saying it's not correct. It's just that you've got to pinpoint exactly. So when the question is asked, you can say, yes, it is certified. And these are the governing bodies. And if you go to any country, because remember, SFM is represented in over 120 countries plus. Yeah. So these certificates are going out to a lot of countries. So, you know, there's got to be a lot of governing bodies behind all of this somewhere.
Yeah.
Throw it in the mentors as a question.
Yeah, I might actually.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
David.
Just check my email, sorry. Just check my email. The bottom of it says, a claim is a badging platform that works with blah, blah, blah.
Neil, your sound's a bit iffy. Can you just...
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Just come a little bit louder.
This is why. Is that better? That'll be better. Yeah. I was missing something there. Yeah. I've been sat listening to webinars all day with this app, obviously, and I forgot to put it down for this call. Typical, isn't it? Yeah. It says they're the world's leading digital credential service provider. So, you know, it's kind of partnered with them in terms of the actual badge you get at the end of it. So.
Neil, when you say them, who's them?
Is it possible?
Sorry, digital marketer. Sorry?
Can you share your screen and let us see it?
Yeah, can do. Let's see.
Because I know on one of our emails, we actually say the reason, like SFM being a legitimate company, is because they've partnered with Digital Marketer and LinkedIn. And that's why when people say they're a scam, you can say, well, they're not a scam, because why would these two huge companies partner with them?
Yep. Yeah, true. Dance training is actually on LinkedIn Learning.
Can you actually see anything?
Yeah, we've got the screen there.
That's just part of the email.
Okay. So have you been sent a certificate?
If you go onto the site, you get a certificate at the end of it. It's like a badge.
Yeah.
If I click on here.
Oh, they call it a badge, yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
Certified.
Issued by Digital Marketer. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fairly recent, because before they weren't accredited and people were like saying, "Wow, all very well," but.
So what happens if you click on Digital Marketer?
Yeah, I think that's that.
Take you to their site.
It'll take you to their website, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to know what Digital Marketer are actually saying they are, because if they're a recognised body for dishing out certificates, then fair enough. If they're just someone that says, we're happy to say that this person's passed this exam, but you can't actually
Well, click on it then, Neil. Click on the Digital Marketer thing.
Yeah, so that doesn't.
That's not their page, actually, is it?
That is their page.
This is this badge kind of accreditation company, Acclaim.
Yeah.
At the top, the actual website at the top. Yeah.
They certified it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could Google that. Or
check it out, Dave, and if you get any answers, come back to us and share.
I will. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That'd be very interesting, actually.
A little bit of homework for me to do.
Yeah,
you can see some of the courses that are kind of available at the moment.
Yeah, because
Let's scroll down. There's loads of them. Yeah.
I was going to
They're all part of Accelerate, these ones, are they?
Yeah,
They will, yeah.
I think most of them are, yeah, if not all of them, in fact.
Wow.
There's loads. If I go on to my right, I'm off the page now, but so I mean, at the moment, the next one I'm doing is paid marketing. Almost through that, and I believe from the latest training, which I've not listened to yet, the one from last night because it was too late, is email copywriting or something's the next one.
Yeah,
online.
That's a popular one. That.
Yeah. So it's just so much. I mean, it's the paid marketing one I'm on just now. I'm 80% through the course, but it's just so much information. It's like learning like this, you know. It's like whoa.
You don't have to do it all at once.
once I get going, I don't want to stop because I kind of lose momentum. So that's the thing with me. So if I leave it for a few days, it's difficult to get back into the
that's exactly what we've just been talking about, isn't it? In mindset, bringing it back to the whole mind.
It's really difficult. Yeah, because then you have to almost go over what you've done before because you've got to pass the test at the end of it and refresh your memory, and you think, oh my god, they take hours. I mean, they're great. I mean, I've learned so much, but it's. Whew.
Remind me, is this through Mentors platform or SFM platform?
Well, it's through Launch You and Accelerate. Yeah.
Oh, see, this is the thing that I'm still not caught up with. So if I go to my SFM dashboard, that won't exist now.
It does on the DA dashboard because you're MM as well, I think.
Yeah.
You already have it as well.
Stop sharing then, please.
See what? I'll just show you.
Yeah, go on, show them where it is.
It's very slow. Just go in.
Yeah.
Launch You. Yeah.
Launch You, right? And what do you want to see? Just
where the training is.
The training. Well, there's a training hub thing here as well, but the training as part of the 8-week challenge. You've got courses and certifications. These are the ones that will be available as part of the 8-week challenge that they recommend you go away and do. So if I click on that.
And this pops up because you've signed up to the challenge?
Yeah, well, just because you're part of Accelerate. As soon as you sign up to Accelerate, you get all this. Even if you don't do the challenge, I think it's available.
I clicked on this button the other day. I mean, I've got Elite membership, but it just came up with a sales page. So
you have to wait for April.
I think we've got to wait for April, Karen.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah, just a bit.
Whoa.
Busy for
that's a lifetime's work.
I think once this crossover's out the way, I think we're all going to settle down with it, and us included.
And then you've got I'll just let you see because you're on now anyway, the 8-week challenge. You can see the different weeks there, the titles. We're now, I think we're at week 5, aren't we? So I missed the recording.
These are the types of rabbit holes that I get lost down. I need to be careful. I need to actually concentrate on what it is I'm using the most, or that I'm most interested in, because I can literally start at the top and work my way through and probably find that half of it is really not going to help me.
No.
You have to pick what you need at this precise moment in time, because you can come back to this and go through these things.
You wouldn't get Mike Jakes doing any of this, by the way.
I was going to say.
He just shoots adverts after adverts. He just wants to make money.
He would.
Yeah.
It's the only way you learn is when you're spending money and on adverts. That's the way you learn.
Everyone's different, aren't we? Everyone's different.
Jump in at the deep end.
Yeah, well, that's helped, Dave. You've got some names there now you can throw about.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So here are the action steps from last night, for instance, which I've not even looked at yet because I've not even listened to the recording. But
all right, Nita will be on you with that Caroline Grubb.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any way I can share that unless I do some kind of weird screen recording, or something, because I don't think there's a link unless someone else knows.
We'll have to be careful.
We'll have to do a screenshot.
Exactly. I can't send it out to the masses because I'll be banned from SFM.
Yeah.
People have been getting in trouble.
My God. We named and shamed.
Right, okay. So just one final thing I just wanted to mention about on mindset as well. If you actually physically want to go and look at anything to do around mindset, there's a couple called, well, it's two lads, oh, not lads, blokes, Guy and Ilan. I don't know if any of you have come across them. They were very much in SFM when we started doing their marketing, and they've now gone off and got their own coaching. What's it called? I can't even think what it's called. They've got their own coaching business now. So they've come away from SFM, but they were doing a lot of mindset webinars with SFM members, and they have been recorded and put into the tribe for you. Well, not into the tribe, into your dashboard. So I found it yesterday and I thought, because I sat in on a couple of their webinars and I thought they were fabulous. So if I can just get out of this.
When we've done this, we'll let you put a bow on it, Johan.
And then we'll wrap up and let everyone
And if anyone else wants to come out, they can ask Johan the question. I don't know if Coolan's come out yet. So
has anyone got anything else while I'm just getting into this page?
Yeah, can I come back out again? I've got Johan, I've got another question for you. I'm going to put you on the spot a bit here. First of all, I'd like to order my chocolate from Switzerland because I understand there's excellent chocolate out there. That's the first thing.
Toblerone.
Johan, could you take me through a typical day from the minute that you get up to the minute that you go to bed, and what you do during that day, and then what time you allocate to SFM and your business, if that's all right. If you wouldn't mind.
Now, in the current situation, while I'm working in the hotel, right?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, don't tell about the waitresses, Johan. Not all the waitresses.
No worries. So basically, I have different shifts. So sometimes I have morning shift, sometimes afternoon, sometimes night shift. So I'm going to take a basic morning shift or something. Okay. So I have to wake up at 6. And what I usually do, I try to keep my old routines that I implemented with the Blueprint Challenge with Stuart. So what I do is I drink my water, then I get my cup of coffee because that's what I really need. I get to the shower, I get dressed up, and then I either read motivational books or watch motivational YouTube videos for 15 or 20 minutes. Before I used to go and run in the morning. Right now, I don't really want to. It's minus 17 degrees here in the morning, so I don't really want to run. So then I go to work, say hi to everybody. And I'm basically, in Switzerland, we only have a 20 minutes break to eat for lunch. So you basically go for the whole day. So I start at 7:30, depends. And then I finish at 5 or 6, and then sometimes I finish at 9, it depends. But basically when I go back home, because you're so, you have the whole pressure of the whole day on your shoulders, and you're really disconnected, you're tired, and you're disconnected from SFM or anything. You're on all the problems, I would say, and you're really charged positively with all the bad things that happen in the day. So I go for a walk. It's beautiful mountains. It's nighttime, but I go for like half an hour walk, or I go to run, or I do my sports, to really like get out of the working mindset, because that's the problem. I live 2 minutes from the hotel, so it's not good, because you're home, you're already still thinking about the hotel, still thinking about the job. So I do the sport to get out of it, and then once I am actually clear my mind, relaxed, I get to work. With SFM, I send the emails, I answer the blog post comments, I answer the Instagram comments, I have routines. I have my 15 followers on Instagram per day. That's my goal each and every day, and it's working. I'm posting 3 times a week on Instagram. I am sending one Sunday broadcast on Aweber, and plus when they go through the whole 90 days series of emails on Aweber, I actually put them in a different list where I broadcast 3 times a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, with different emails. Then I use to add up on the other, so the other campaign is still growing. And then usually that's it, because I'm really dead. So I usually do just these things to, keep the small actions. So it's still growing. And on the day off, I go like full on, like Karen said. So in the morning, I get in my computer, I do all this stuff in like an hour, and then I script a new video, or I work on my funnel, my landing pages, or I watch the recording of Chris Cole and MM. Or I try to get back to it full time, and then I plan the next week, and then I go back to it, and that's pretty much it. Before going to bed, I meditate as well. That's something I implemented for the challenge and the Fortopia and everything. It really has helped me to focus and get a good night's sleep. So I don't think, I don't have all these thoughts. Because usually when you go to bed and you just lay down without doing meditation, you have all the thoughts of the day. You're just like, your brain is like, oh, it's time to tidy up. So everything explodes. You have all the problems at work, the SFM, the call you couldn't attend, all the frustration, the members that quit. And if you meditate and you rotate it out, and when you fall asleep, you just, I don't know, I just sleep so well. I don't even remember my dreams. So then, yeah. But I do, I try twice a week to keep some social. So on my days off, in the evening, I go grab a drink with some colleagues, because otherwise I'll turn crazy. Especially with COVID, we're not allowed to see family. We're not allowed to see, we have to stay within the people we're working with. We're not allowed to go out with other people. We have to get a really social, like a small social circle, and we get tested every week to be able to work in the hotel. It's very strict. So yeah, that's the thing. And I go skiing on days off as well. About that.
Thank you, and certainly you've got quite full days there, haven't you? Just want to pick up on something. You said that you send a number, or you contact a number of emails. So you do your broadcasts, which we know how those go out. But you then said that you get back to your individual emails. So are you finding, because of your work pattern, are you getting back to those emails within a certain time? Do you get back to them, say, within a day? Or would you say 12 hours? What would you say your cycle is?
Yeah, so basically I decided, instead of anytime an email comes or someone answers my broadcast or anything, instead of responding straight away and not being truly focused in it and doing something else, I respond once a day at the same time every day. So when I go back from work. So if someone wrote to me an hour ago, I answered an hour. If someone wrote 23 hours ago, well, it was waiting for 23 hours, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Every day I really keep it. Same for the posting on the broadcast. I post at the same hours, so people know where they're coming, and they know I'm working on the side, and they're really truly aware of what I do. So they know they can reach me at specific times. I specify it at the end of the emails. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Johan. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
That's a good point, actually, Dave, because I went down the wrong path with that, because I thought that the way everyone perceives things these days, they want replies quickly, don't they? So when I started off with all the emails and that, as soon as anything came in, I was on it, straight back, email back, something on Instagram back, anything, message, anything, I'd be straight on it. But your day is gone. And this is meant to be a laptop lifestyle. And it wasn't a laptop lifestyle by any means, because you're constantly, well, look at this. I was picking up the phone, like, I don't know how many hundreds of times a day to see if there was an email in, or there was something on Insta. And it's not meant to be, you've got to get disciplined from the start and go, like Johan's done there, once a day. So for us, our morning, I will say between 10 and 12, I will sit and do all the replies and everything that needs to be done SFM. And then that is it. I don't go back, because I'll wait then till the following morning and check on them again. And it's just and it's hard to do, because you think, shall I just have a quick look and see if there's someone who wants to reply? Or if somebody says, oh, I'm trying to join up and I can't get my credit card in, you suddenly go, oh, it's a new member, quick, get onto them. But as soon as you let it go, honestly, the time goes nowhere. And you're probably all aware the same yourselves, when you're on social media and you start scrolling through stuff and then you get distracted, then you end up staying on longer than you ever intended. The day is gone and you've just not been productive whatsoever. So the the key thing to get productive is to assign certain times of day when you're going to do 10 to 11. I'm going to do an email broadcast every single day. Once you've done it, that's it. Don't go back to it. Move on to something else, and just keep yourself productive on those. And like Johan said about, he's got his three wins to do. He wants to do the 3 wins. Focus on those 3 things. Don't get distracted. I know there's a lot of training, and I know there's a lot of stuff to go through and learn, and we can all go down those rabbit holes and get completely lost. But take the action that you need that is going to help you at the moment you're in, because you can come back to all that training. It's not going anywhere.
You can put a tick on this, Johan, as a win for doing the webinar.
Yes.
This is a big tick.
Definitely.
I just want to say, David, one thing that I'm finding works for me at the moment, now that I'm not going to work, is to, at the beginning of every day, I set alarms on my computer. So in the morning, I check my emails, do a bit of social media stuff, and have training session. But I need to put like alarm for lunch, alarm for coffee break. Otherwise, I just get carried away.
I understand that. Yeah, I get that.
Alarm for, now I've got to do yoga. Now I've got to prepare some food or go shopping or do other things, and then mark the end of what I think my working day should be from the beginning, so that, because otherwise I'll just be there forever going on and on, you know.
Yeah. And then you end up not being productive because you're going back through things that you could have just, that's what I found with me, because I kept going back into emails, and it's that whole left brain, right brain switch. You're in one thing trying to do some written stuff, then you're trying to split over to do something creative. I think that came through Dan's training. Then I was going into Canva and creating thumbnails and trying to get artistic in my head, and then I jumped back out to something else that was writing, and it tires your brain out completely. If you can stay in one thing for a bit, finish it, then move on to that and do that next thing, and then on to the next thing, rather than in, out, left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain. You end up getting absolutely exhausted. And it was Dan that taught me. He said, just nail down what it is you need to do, stick at it, get it done. Then don't go back to it. And tomorrow, you'll start that again. Move on to the next thing. Go on to Canva, do your Canva stuff and your creativity stuff.
I haven't said that. He's got about 10 staff working for him.
Well, he has.
He passes it all over to them.
Yeah, but he didn't have to start with.
Trouble with that, Anita, is you're talking about multitasking, and there's 8 blokes here ain't got a clue what you're saying.
Well, be careful there. You speak for yourself.
I did recently come across a bit of a time saver. I know that audiobooks are my, and probably the majority of people's preferred method of gaining information. But I came across an app called Headway. I don't know if anybody's heard of Headway.
Is it Headspace or Headway?
Headway. And what they've done is they've got, and I don't know how many books they've actually got on their database, but they've created abbreviated versions that are in up to 20-minute bites. And they literally just give you a summary of the book. And I've actually not just used it because it's a summary, because if I like the tone of the book or the tone of the summary, I'm quite interested to actually get hold of the full book.
Yeah.
But yeah, if people need anything that's motivational, I mean, hearing 20-minute version of a motivational book, it really perked me up, and I try and listen to at least one every night. It works out to, if you join up straight away, it's something like £47 for a year. Okay. So it's just over £1 a week for literally getting. Like I said, I've got no idea how many books are on the database, but I'll just put in what I'm interested in, which was motivational.
Yeah.
And there's plenty there, and they're always updating, so they're always getting new books on there.
Yeah.
But you know, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you know, all of those, Think Like a Monk, all of that is on there. So yeah, if that's interesting for somebody to try and speed along their reading, it's definitely helped me.
20-minute segments is good as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Between 15 and 20 minutes.
That's good. That's good time.
Good. I have noticed there's been an influx of audiobooks appear on YouTube.
Yeah, true.
There's so many. I'm listening to How Successful People Think at the moment. So I've virtually completed that one. That's quite good as well. It depends sometimes. I started another one Oh, I got about 2 chapters in. I thought, oh, that fella's voice is really annoying me. If they just had a different author, not author, a different narrator, that's the word. I probably would have listened to the book because it was good content, but I thought his voice is just grinding on me, so I've had to leave that one.
Jay Shetty does his own, doesn't he? He's got quite.
I think Jay Shetty's brilliant. I really like him. So, are you going to
Johan.
wrap us up, or is Johan going to wrap us up?
I'm going to let Johan put a bow on this. Go on, matey. You finish it off. If everyone's asked the questions.
Cheers, H.
Yeah, cheers, Howard, mate.
I don't know whether that's exactly correct because it looks like that it's actually trying to get you to sign up straight away. But if you get Headway or headway.com, you'll probably get.
Got a link, have you?
Yeah.
No affiliation. No affiliation.
Honest. Yeah. Yeah. Go on, Johan.
Give us a wrap up.
Yeah, will do. So what I really wanted to say is that we might all have like moments during the year where we're not as productive, or we're feeling down, or our mindset is getting fixed instead of growth, and we lose momentum somehow. And I would say that it's fine and we have to accept it. It's totally fine. We all go through these moments. And the best way, I would say the key to keep momentum and build momentum back is to keep taking actions. We have to accept it. It's not always a perfect world. It's not always easy, but if you keep working on your mindset, keep growing, and keep looking for help as well around you, and take action to overcome this lack of momentum, then you'll be fine, and you'll set for results and success, and we'll make sure of that.
Super. Just before you go, Terry's just come back. Let me just bring Terry back.
Oh. Easy.
He probably just wants to thank you, actually, Johan.
Hey!
He's back.
I have something to say.
We are just wrapping up, but go on.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I just wanted to see. I figured you'd perhaps be winding up. I just wanted to say, would anybody in this group like to buy 1,800 leads, hardly used? Going cheap. Any offers accepted?
Fiver.
I wouldn't want. It's too expensive. They're not worth a fiver, mate. They're not worth a fiver. So how's it going? What have I missed?
Well, Johan's just wrapped up nicely there. So
I'm sure if you want to ask Johan a question, Terry, you won't mind.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check in. I wasn't going to sit there I said 3/4 of an hour. I wasn't going to sit there, and I was enjoying this, and I really didn't want to go because you kind of know that I'm not going to bother with these leads things again. It's just
leads webinars are always a iffy one, aren't they? Members to do a members webinar, they're already interested because they've signed up and they've joined, they've paid the money. Leads webinars, they'll come on when they're ready. I've
got a members one tomorrow, which is fine, and I know somebody. I'm going to do a bit of training with one as well, so that's going to be something. That's
Have you thought about bringing Jill Humphreys out on one, or a special guest?
I wouldn't want to waste the time, Steve. It's I'm only maybe getting 1 or 2 come on, and there's only 4 that are actually communicating anyway. There are only 4 opening the emails, and it's this guy that's coming on tomorrow night. He's the one I think might go to Accelerate. But he's kind of, his website's coming on nicely, and we just want to have a touch base really, because I missed him over a couple of days ago. But
have you given him Sandra Lemming's name?
No, that was the other guy. This is another one.
Oh, that was another one. Right.
I've sent that one on to him, and I've checked his website. He hasn't done a thing with it since I mentioned it, but this is another guy. This is the one I think will go elite. He's really keen, and he's already done Amazon. So
okay.
Oh well.
Yeah, so there you go. Laugh in the face of adversity, Leon. That's how you got to deal with it, mate. And
love it.
Like Dan said, just laugh it off, because it's very hard to do, but it does get a little bit easier to think. Don't let it get you down. And same to everybody, because you're going to come down this road, and that's my kind of sign off really for you if you're ending this tonight. You'll all come down this road, and every one of these levels that you come to, we'll all get fed up, and you get down, and then you join in, and you get back, and you get back up. And then I was buzzing tonight. I've had a horrible day, a horrible week. I was buzzing tonight, and it's just knocked the wind out of me because of nobody's bothered to turn up again out of 1,800 people. And you've just got to get back up and do one tomorrow night. So yeah, it's great. Yeah. Just laugh it off and keep going, and keep it in the group and people. Yeah, that's it really. But well done.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Terry.
So I just finally, big round of applause because that's Johan's first hot seat.
Yay. Thank you.
Superstar.
Well done, Johan. That's great.
I thought you held that beautifully.
Very, very enjoyable. Yeah, I think a lot of the members on the recording will get a lot from everybody as well that did great
all
shares.
The shares. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. It was really cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely. So we will catch you all next week and be in touch, and we'll see you post in the Facebook group. Reach out if you need us, and share and help one another.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.